What do you know? It's 11:14, the very perfectest time of the day to check in with your body. That's what I'm here to do. That'd be a little silly, and check in on the poofy boots too. Singing my life, still being silly. I'm feeling so much better after dissipating some energy into the mountain yesterday. Got to ride my snowboard for the first time in a while, and that felt super good. Just being out in the nature and the mountain, and yeah, plus the whole going fast thing does some good stuff for me. I hope you're finding things that do good stuff for you, and remembering that you deserve to feel good. You deserve joy. You deserve whatever you're willing to go and get in this life. Yeah, I'll stop there, because also, I know, sometimes things are easier said than done. I'm gonna enjoy a little checking in with my body. As usual, I invite you to join me to whatever degree feels good in your body. I encourage you to listen to your own body above and beyond all else. Love and be gentle to your own body. I'm here to help cultivate a trusting, loving, dynamic, movement-oriented, less stressful, little bit better relationship with myself and my own body. And I encourage you to find ways of doing that for yourself in your own body. You are, of course, welcome to follow along and do what I do, but there's not just one way to do it, not one right way, not one wrong way, not one perfect poofy outfit. You could do it your way. It's perfect. I know you know that. You also have permission to sigh, which I also know you already know, but I'm going to say it anyway. And I'm going to take just a breath or so to simmer myself down, connect myself to the center of the sky and the center of the earth. Bring my attention into the bottoms of my feet. And making sure not to lock my knees, bending from the hips. I'm going to take a swan dive down with a relatively flat back. Toward the ground. Just let gravity do some unwinding for me. Enjoy a nice heavy sigh there. And then pushing from the bottoms of the feet, I'm going to roll on up slowly. Tipping the tailbone first and just bringing my attention up the spine. One vertebra at a time. All the way back up. And again, connecting energetically to the center of the sky and the center of the earth. Can't see the sky from there, can you? I'm going to roll down this time. Just again, still checking in with the spine. Coming on down, bending the knees if necessary to put the hands on the ground. And again, enjoying a nice sigh. And then I'm going to bend the knees, swing the arms back, and come into a counter stretch. Lifting the eyes and arms and chest. Pushing the hips and belly forward. Just noticing how sticky that is, where there's stickiness, where there's stagnation. I got snowboarding cricks in my neck from facing down the mountain. So I got to be gentle to that. That's all right, though. I'll take it. I will take it. I think it's a little bit warmed up enough in here for a little less clothes, but I'm enjoying my poofy hat and boots, so I'm going to keep those on for now. We'll see if they stay on. Let's do a little wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube, man. Just let go of some stress. Make a funny noise or two. Come on. Come on. Try it. Hey Mark, it's good to see ya. I hope you're making some funny noises out there. I think I'm going to face this way and step back with the left foot, coming into a moderate lunge or warrior pose, pulling the hips onto the perpendicular line, pulling that back hip forward, forward hip back, tucking the tailbone under a little bit. Relaxing those shoulders, checking that the front knee isn't crunching past the front toes, pushing into that back heel. Looking for that nice long firm line through the core. Oh, a little tender in there, but boy, healing does happen if you just get out of the way. It's happening under this Band-Aid right now in my finger. It's a nice reminder. I don't know why that makes me want to cross my arms, but it did. I think it might be coldness. I'm going to lift those arms, checking not to crunch up in the shoulders, and then pushing onto the diagonal line, sliding that back foot out just a little bit more, feeling for that energetic line out the heel, through the body, out the fingertips, still pulling those hips onto the diagonal line, or the perpendicular line rather, body on the diagonal line. And I'm going to come into a twisting side triangle pose, coming into a deeper lunge, and then bringing this left hand down on the inside of the right forward leg, and lifting that right arm, coming into a deep twisting lunge, gazing up past those fingertips. I'm going to bring this arm around to reach for that opposite hip and gaze out past that long leg and back for a little extra twist. Just wringing out those organs. Feeling that, and then unwinding all that. I'm going to bring this arm on the outside of that front leg and straightening that front leg. Come into a forward fold. Aiming my chin for my toes. High. Still pulling those hips onto the perpendicular line. And then bringing weight onto both hands. I'm going to bring that front foot back to meet the back foot. And pressing through the palms, through the spine. Tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head. Pressing into those heels. And then scooping the body forward. Keeping those legs together. Wiggling the feet back. Lifting the eyes, arms, and chest. Or eyes, and chest. Making sure not to sink in the arms. And dropping through the belly, keeping the legs together back there. I don't know if you can see that. Where am I? There I am. Just getting a nice stretch through the front of the body. And then lifting those hips again, pushing back through the palms, through the spine, tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head. Getting a nice stretch through the backs of the legs. And then I'm going to step forward with that left foot into a nice deep lunge. And then stepping forward with that back foot into a forward fold. Hanging here again in a forward fold. Give that a nice heavy sigh and a little wiggle, and then pushing from the bottoms of the feet, rolling up again, one vertebrae at a time. Coming back up to upright. Adjust the pockets, the breeches, the belt, the shirt. Good time to remind you, you don't need any particular outfit. I think I already said that. It's not one way. There's no real reason not to check in with your body and give yourself a little extra movement. You can even do it just inside with the diaphragm. All right, enough lecturing. I'm going to step back with the right foot, pulling that back hip forward, forward hip back, tucking the tailbone under, relaxing the shoulders, pushing into that heel. Again, looking for parallel lines with the feet. Perpendicular line with the hips. Nice and long and strong through the core. Give that a little tap, tap, tap. Checking with the drum capacity. today. Better and better. A little bit better. That's all I'm asking for these days. I'm going to lift the arms, making sure not to crunch up in those shoulders. And then push onto that diagonal line, sliding that back heel out a little bit more. Feeling for that energetic line out that heel, through the spine and out the fingertips. Making sure to keep those shoulders down, as relaxed as possible. Trying to remember to breathe and smile if I can. Or hold my breath and scowl like I mean it. I'm inching this back heel out a little bit more, coming onto that toe. Then I bring this right hand down on the inside of the left leg, putting that down to support some weight while I lift the left arm into a nice side twisting airplane pose, gazing up past those fingertips. Giving all those organs a nice hug. I'm going to bring this hand around the back to reach for this opposite hip. Giving it even more twist. And gazing out past that long leg for even deeper twist. Wringing out those organs, wringing out the spine a little bit. Noticing where there's stability and where there's not. I'm going to bring this hand back around the front and set it down on the outside of that front foot. And then straightening that front leg, pushing back into that back heel. Forward folding over that front leg. Aiming my chin for my toes. Still pulling these hips onto the perpendicular line. Pushing into that back heel. And then bringing weight onto both hands. I'm going to bring that front foot back to meet the back foot. And pressing through the palms, through the spine. Tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head. Enjoying a nice long sigh there. Trying out different sighs. I encourage you to do that. Pushing into these heels. Let's tread those heels a little bit. Bending the right. Pushing into the left. Bending the left. Pushing into the right. Let's do that again. Pushing into the left. And pushing into the right. And one more time, pushing through the palms, through the spine, tipping the tailbone, pushing into both heels, pushing the heart toward the center of the earth. And then scooping the body forward, keeping the legs together, keeping the shoulders up, lifting the eyes, and just dropping the belly, keeping these legs together. Use that butt to protect the low back. And then just letting the belly sag there. Try another sigh. Hey, Michael, it's good to see ya. I'm going to gaze past the left shoulder. Get a little twist, letting the belly stretch more on the right. And then back to center. And then gazing over the right shoulder. Getting more of a stretch on the left. And then back to center, and then lifting the hips, pushing back through the heels, the palms of the hands, the heels of the hands, pushing through the spine, tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head, pushing into those heels, and then I'm going to swing that right foot forward into a nice deep lunge on that side. It is a pretty day outside. Cartoon clouds, a cartoon sky out there. It's kind of blue sky with cartoony clouds. Stepping forward with that back foot into a forward fold. I'm just going to roll on up again. Checking in with the spine. Do some little wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube man. Some free arm swinging. Boy, playing in the snow yesterday reminded me how much better my body feels when I take some regular time to push into some activity for this body. I need some rigorous activity at least once a week, if not 3-4 times, where I just start to accumulate all kinds of stagnation and negativity that I could just get back to the mountain to be recycled. Anyhow, I hope you're finding ways to let go of all that you no longer need and make room for what best serves you as you move forward into designing your own life. Remember that you are worthy of your own unconditional love. I'm here trying to feel a little bit better and hoping that you will love yourself a little bit more. If I can help you feel a little bit better in some way, let me know. Thanks for stopping by, Mark, Michael. It's good to see you. Make sure and take care of you. Peace.